Well, hello everyone. Good evening. Great to see you. Glad that most of you could make it. I know that I wanted to have around 10 people, not that we can have more. We can have up to 200 here, obviously. But when I have 10 people, it's a little better because you can actually get to take care of people. And what I mean is you actually get to see who's here, answer some questions and whatnot. And that's the reason I want to do this like this, because we can fill it up, obviously, but it's not really a presentation. I just want to share with you my excitement, because one of the things that we've been experiencing, my son and I have been buying, have been doing a little trading, not a lot, more than anything, buying and keeping. But just to give you an idea, my son, he started with just a couple $1,000 because he worked on summer, and he started, doing the cryptocurrency buying and looking into it and following the same pattern that I'm going to show you here in a little bit. And just in a couple of months, guys, he's up to almost 10,000, and that's pretty good. He's only 18, right? So more than anything, any more kids right now, you give him $500, they go spend it on some shoes, or whatever, which it's okay. I don't mind, but no judging, right? But he's thinking a little different. And then myself, I just thought, you know what, God has blessed me, and we've had the opportunity to be in a couple companies and acquire a bunch of coins and do all kinds of nice business and whatever. But then I started thinking, why not start buying and actually start learning and getting educated on what we're doing? Because obviously the ones who know me, we obviously have our own coin, and we're growing this multi-trillion-dollar company. But and those who you don't know me or are watching this video probably recorded, I was just thinking we'll just grow our coin and whatever we can acquire, and that's it. But then our one of our best friends and CEO of the company is always teaching, acquire as many coins as possible. And obviously him being one of the top educators in the world, I thought, well, let me just start messing with it. So a few months ago, I said, I'll start with a 1,500 and then maybe put another 1,000 in there, and then maybe another 1,000 little by little. And I tell you what, guys, I mean, when it turns almost to 40,000 and you don't have a lot of experience, you can't help but to share it, right? And that tells you, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a cryptocurrency advisor. I'm not telling you what to buy, how to buy, or what to do, how much to spend. But I just want to share with you what I'm doing and what I'm looking at. And then obviously I think out of everybody here, I got one of the persons that actually we've been chatting lately, and he's actually made a couple purchases this last couple of days, last week or so. And I like to see how he's doing, because we haven't talked about it, but based on what he told me he was gonna buy, I think he's gonna be happy, because I think it's gone up a little bit. So we'll share a little bit about that. But obviously, the point here tonight is we talked about the Trump coin, right? And many people are excited about how is it going and how do I buy it. Well, as we all know, or most of us know, there is a lot of different exchanges, and sometimes you can find it in one, sometimes you can find it in another one. Well, it took me about 30 minutes, guys, to get it and to acquire it. And that's why I thought, you know what, I'm just going to tell the people, and whoever wants to hear about how I did it, I'll just show them, right? So then my son heard about it, and he goes, Dad, I got a couple $100. I'm going to buy some too. And I said, well, hold on, don't buy it. Let's just do a live purchase whenever we have everybody, and that way everybody sees what we did. So I'll show you guys that. And then also I want to show you what coins are we looking at lately. Some coins that weren't even on the radar, hardly anybody's talking about them. And then I'll show you also what we're doing and how we're kind of, calculating that they're going to be okay. And then it's always a risk, right? It's a little gamble, but so far I'm happy to say I haven't lost money on anything, on any of them. So is that normal? Maybe not that normal, but but I'm happy. And as we saw just last week at the beginning of the year, we saw a big dip. So a lot of people are nervous and selling and getting all crazy. And I'm just thinking, how much more can I buy at low prices? And that's what we're doing, because as you're gonna see here in a little bit, many of them are just kind of bouncing. So right now it's a pretty good time to buy. If I had more money to buy, I'd be buying more right now, because it's coming back up. And I'm gonna show you a few of the things that, once again, the experts have showed me, our CEO and some other of the people that are paving the way right now in the industry have showed me, and I think you guys are gonna appreciate it. So I'm gonna start sharing my screen, and that way we can get going. And we're gonna be able to do this in about 20 minutes. So I don't want to take a lot of your time, but I'm gonna start with, let's see. So first of all, I wanna make sure that once again, I know that the ones that are already involved, we already know we all have a Coinbase account, or most of us do. If you don't, then you want to download a Coinbase account and just get your account opened up. It's free. That's how you buy Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, or Litecoin, and then you use those coins to purchase the altcoins, the rest of the little coins, or the coins that people really don't know as much. Now, something that we discovered was this GDAX. This GDAX right here, it's a sister company of Coinbase. So if you're new and you haven't downloaded it, you might want to, because guess what, guys? You buy it on Coinbase or you buy it on GDAX, it don't matter where you buy it, it's the same company, right? So what happens is, when you send it out to an exchange so you can start purchasing your coins, GDAX actually charges you less than Coinbase. So for example, $1,000 I purchased the other day of Bitcoin, and if I would have done it out of Coinbase, it was gonna charge me like $39, and then I did it out of GDAX, and I believe it charged me like $8.98 or something like that. So it was like a $30 difference. And when you're doing that, and you're doing 1,000 or more, or 500 or more, you can save some money, so keep that in mind. And once again, I'm just going to tell you what we do. You can do whatever you want, but this is what we do to save money and to get as much as possible, right? So once you do that, then you want to go and look at the exchanges. In this case, there is Polynex.com, and how you do it, you go into your Bitcoin right here, and you see where it says deposit Bitcoin. So you deposit here, and it's gonna tell you the address right here, and then you wanna get that address, copy it, and go back to GDAX or Coinbase, and where it says that you can send the Bitcoin or the Ethereum or Litecoin or whatever you purchased, then you put that address in and you send it. You verify it, make sure that this Bitcoin to Bitcoin, Ethereum to Ethereum, Litecoin to Litecoin, make sure that you do it right, because you can lose your funds if you send it to your wrong wallet. So you just got to be careful there. So that's a pretty simple step to just send Bitcoin or Ethereum or one of those. And this one, Polynex, is very popular. However, is not taking is not taking any members. Last time I checked, and it opens up and it closes. But the other one is Binance. Same thing. You can go on Binance, and this is the hardest part on finding out how to send your Bitcoin or your Ethereum. But you go right here and you click deposit, and then there is the address. And you copy this and you paste it on your Coinbase or on your GDAX, and then you send it to here. And once you send it, then obviously you can go to the exchange and then start looking for whatever coin you wanna purchase. And once you find the coin, then you make your numbers. But so I'm just showing you this to give you an idea on what exchanges I use. Coin Exchange.io is one of my favorites because it's got a low price coins, guys. These coins, they're a little bit more risk because they're just starting, but I'm going to show you why I'm not afraid to put money in them and what's happening, because I'm doing that the way I'm doing it. So you get the idea. But coinexchange.io, it's a good one to at least have as backup. Now, one of the tools that I use is this one. and I know a couple of the leaders are using them as well. Blockfolio, this one keeps record of your coins that you have, how many, and it tells you if they're going up or down. It even has a little alarm, so it tells you if it goes under whatever price you want it to go before you sell or buy, and vice versa. So Blockfolio is a great app to have on your phone, and just enter manually all your coins that you have everywhere, and it just kind of keeps a track of your portfolio without really having to put your coins in there. It's just pretty much a format just to kind of keep record. And then also the other tool is the coinmarketcap.com, where you can look at the coins, and this is where it gets fun, guys, because I'm going to show you here. Now that we're here, I'm going to show you the coins that we're talking about and why we're excited. So one of the coins is DCN, and I'm going to search it here, DCN, and it's called DentaCoin. So DentaCoin, I click it, and then it tells me, and I guess now it's up 38%, which is pretty cool, but it's less than a cent still, guys. But I'm telling you this thing, I got it, and it gave me so far it's giving me 3 or 4 times what I put in it. And when you look at the market cap, it's already past 1 billion. The volume in the last 24 hours has been about 8 million. There's a lot of them out there, so it doesn't look too good when there's tons of them out there. But when you see right here on the website what is going to be used for and what they're prepping, that is going to make sense. So it's a solution for the global dental industry, and that's pretty cool. And I know our CEO in the company was talking about this the other day, because he was looking at it where I already bought, I had already bought a bunch of them, and when he started talking about it, I went back and bought a bunch more, right? Because they got a great program, they got a great deal going, and it's already set up, and they just got great plans. So this one is a great one to look at, and if you can and you want to, it don't hurt to try it, because it's been going up and down, but more up than down, and it looks pretty good. So that's one of the ones that I wanted to show you. The other one, it's XP. It's also less than a cent, and it's a little bit over $500 million in market cap. Last 24 hours, 5 million. And then there's a bunch of them out there in circulation. But when you look at it also on the XP, this is for gaming. So it's for the gaming industry, for rewards, so it's gonna do a lot of stuff, sports activities, all kinds of different things that, once again, people are gonna use, and that's why it's growing so much. So then again, I bought it when there was still 3 zeros here, and it's growing, so it's going good. So I'm just gonna show you this real quick, and I'll show you the rest of the stuff, but I just wanted to kind of give you an idea. The other one is XLM, which is Stellar. And once again, you can see these are already going up, because here a few days ago, most of them kind of went down a little bit, and it's a good thing because you can buy a bunch of them. And that's what I was doing. So Stellar is another good one. It's already at 12 billion, 12.5 billion. So these are already solid companies, guys. This and once again, you can look at it and look at all the good stuff. But I want to show you 2 more, and then we'll go into the other stuff that I wanted to show you also. This one is kind of funny because I just liked how it looked, Buzzcoin, and somebody said, well, is that beer or what? Is that for getting a buzz? And not really, guys. You're going to be surprised when you see this. I looked at it, and this one already gave me 4 times as much as what I started with. And this one is newer, so it's only a 20 million market cap, so it's a little risk because it's just getting going, right? But and they're going good. Every 24 hours, they're getting about $500,000 in, which is good. There's a lot of them out there too. But look at this, guys. I think you're gonna like this. It's a clean energy bee farming sectors. So you look at the mission and the projects and the roadmap and everything they got. Great plans to have clean energy, to have a plan to save the bees and have sustainable honey bee populations worldwide with masternode smart hive monitors. So it's just crazy when I started reading about it and everything. And then I saw they had what's this guy's name? I can't remember what his name is from the cartoons. As a head technician, I said, oh, this is definitely something I want to buy, because this guy's gonna make us some money. But anyway, I bought some of it too, and it's already gone 3 or 4 times. So just wanted to show you a few of them. And then the last one I want to show you is Linda, because I got a dozen of them that I could show you, but I don't want to keep spending time on this. I just wanted to give you a few. But the Linda, it's another one that is gone from like 3 zeros to 2 zeros, and it's almost at a cent. And I tell you what, I know this one, it's already at almost 60 million. So it's getting there, and it's going up and down, but more up than down. But this one, I'm going to invite somebody here in a little bit to tell us how he's doing, because I know he bought a little bit of it because he wanted to start buying his own, and I know he had a good run for it. And then, so I'll show you that. And then I'm going to show you too. So this one, it's another exchange. This one is livecoin.net. And let me call my son real quick. Give me a second, because I just got logged off of his. I just got logged off of his. Yeah. Ben, papi. Okay. Please. No. There you go. Is this it? You think it makes a difference? No. Can we type the password? I see. Well, there you go. 425 788. Got it. Thanks, sir. So this is the one that this livecoin.net is the exchange that I got, and it took me literally, guys, 30 minutes to buy Trump coin. And then when I did that, I was like, this is pretty cool. So I just wanted to share this with you, because so obviously when you go and you already have some Bitcoin or some Ethereum or anything like that, which, by the way, Bitcoin is taking a little too long right now to transfer. Ethereum is a little faster. So if you're doing any purchasing, get Ethereum because it's a lot quicker. But in this case, my son, he's got Bitcoin in his wallet because he just transferred some of it. So I'm gonna look for Trump right here, and I'm gonna click on it. And then we're gonna see the behavior. Let's go back here real quick, where I showed you all of these. Let's look at that one, because I think it's good to look and see. So this right here, guys, once again, this morning when I got it was at 38 cents. Now it's at 46. So as you can imagine, I'm happy, right? Because I made a little bit of it already. But this is a relatively newer coin. It's starting, it's growing. And then when I looked at the website and he said about supporting all of the plans for President Trump and all that stuff, I thought, oh, that was pretty cool, because it tells you everything they're doing, the movement, the resources, you know, and all this stuff, you know, what they're doing, and then if you want to download it onto your private wallet in your computer and all that stuff. But I just invite you to look at it and see what all does, because it's pretty interesting, everything that he's doing. Now, because it's just starting, obviously the price is low, but I saw it last week before this week that it kind of went down. I think it went up to like $1.35. So obviously the opportunity to get right now and have the chance to go back to $1 or $1.20 or something like that is pretty cool, you know. So just look at it and get the idea. Same thing with the other one. You can look at it and get the idea. But let's go back to where I got it, because remember what I said. The first thing is to deposit your Bitcoin or your Ethereum, depending what you bought. So in this case, my son here, if you wanted to deposit, you go click here where it says deposit, and then it'll give you a wallet. And that's when it tells you, be careful to go only Bitcoin to Bitcoin or Ethereum to Ethereum, whatever, and you can scan it or get the address and send it to yourself. And then once you get the volume, once you get the total, which I'm going to see here how much he's got, because he said he had some already. Let me see. Oh, yeah. So I'm just going to click there. Check this out. I click here on the Bitcoin that he has on the bottom, and it already populates how much he can buy. So he can buy 486 of them, which is not bad because he only had like a couple hundred, $220 or something like that. So he can only buy 486. But this is the deal, guys. This is what I did. This morning when I did it, you see the sell price is $33.34 right here, and the purchase price is $34.21. Well, these are pretty close, so it's not bad. But this morning, this one was very high, and this one was very low. So then what I did, I went down here, and I looked what was the last purchases that went through quick. Because if you see these blue little areas, that means the order is being fulfilled. So then I'm like, how come this guy is being fulfilled and these ones aren't? So I started looking at them, and then these ones are selling, and some of them go fast and some of them take a little while. So I'm looking, and it's based on the price that you put. Depending on, like, if you pay full price, it fulfills right away, which what I've done in the past, if it's a good deal and I know it's going to go up fast because of whatever is happening, then I just give them the full price and buy, just to make sure that I buy before it keeps going up, right? But in this case, that is racing, but is slowly but surely racing, then you always want to kind of compare. In this case, it's not bad because it's pretty close to the sale and the purchase. But this morning was a huge difference, and that's when I was like, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna go for that. But let me see what the difference would be if we were to compare money-wise on this deal. Let me see. So let's look at this Bitcoin. And if I wanted to purchase 0.00003421, then it would be, oh yeah, it is expensive. It is expensive. So it is a huge difference. They're selling it for a lot of money. I don't know why. That's crazy. Wow. But then let me look at the other one. 33, 34. Huh, big difference. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to look at here and see. So this one, 32.56, and it's kind of going. The other one is 33.33, and it's stuck. 33.34, and it's stuck. This one wants 34.21. Let me see, they're selling. So I'm going to go, and I'm going to risk it here, and I'm going to go for 32.56 and see if he does the same thing and he starts selling for us. So now he gave me 5.11. So that's not bad. Let's see if that goes. So I'm gonna purchase it, with the same price that this guy is buying at, and is going slowly but surely, and I'll just say buy. So then it says successfully open, and then you want to come back. You want to come back. I was reading on the deal on the instructions, and you want to come back in 30 minutes. And if he hasn't gone, and your order hasn't processed yet, then obviously you might want to look at it and see how come it hasn't processed or whatnot. And let me see. I'm gonna refresh this real quick, see if the order shows up here, because mine, when I did it, it showed up here right away, and then it started filling fast, and obviously I was a happy camper because I did it, but I don't see it there yet. But anyway, that's the way you buy the Trump, and then you go back here, and you go here, and you go press. And this is the other one, the President Trump. This is the other coin. And same thing. You can come in here and say, I want to buy, 500. And it's going to tell you you're going to need 0.000926667 Bitcoin. So this one is a lot less, guys, because it's even newer. So it's always a great time when it's less than a cent to buy in and participate, obviously, because that's what you want, right? But that's pretty much a simple. The key here is to always send to the right wallet, because that's when it can get a little iffy. If you end up sending somewhere else, then you might get in trouble, But having the Coinbase, the GDAX, it's gonna be key. Now, I tell you what. Just to kind of give you an idea, because I know some of you have been watching closely on everything that's happening. Some of you haven't. I'm going to show you real quick something that I have here for you that is kind of going around on social media, and I think it's gonna help you get an idea for those of you that are not that involved. When we think about Bitcoin, we think that's the only cryptocurrency sometimes that there is. Well, there is over 1,400 in the markets now, guys. I think 1,500 now or something like that. And all of them have a purpose. All of them have an idea of what they want to use them for. And some of them are bigger than others. Some of them are really backed up, and they really have a great person behind it and a great program and whatnot. And some of them are just kind of throwing it out there and see if it sticks. And it's sticking, depending on some of them, even just because of the logo is sticking, so it's kind of cool. But I'm going to show you some that it said, if you would have bought $1,000 of this cryptocurrency a year ago, 12 months ago, this is what you would have had. So if you would have bought $1,000 of Bitcoin last year, you would have had 15,000 today. If you would have bought 1,000 of Monero 12 months ago, you would have had 24,000. If you would have bought 1,000 of Litecoin, you would have had 50,000. If you would have bought 1,000 of Ethereum, you would have had 87,000. And this is in 12 months, right? If you would have bought 1,000 of Dash, you would have had 89,000. If you would have bought 1,000 of Ripple, wow, you'd had over 300,000, 355,000 or more. And if you would have bought 1,000 of Neo last year, then you could have had right now over $500,000. And Neo keeps growing. So I show you this because, once again, a lot of times the being afraid or not knowing keeps us from putting $100 or $500 or $1,000 into something. But this is not saying that all of them are going to do this, but it's saying it's worth getting educated. It's worth looking into it. It's worth reading up on it. It's worth asking. It's worth getting together with people that are doing it. And you know what? At the end of the day, there's really no experts right now. We're all just learning. But the difference is that some of us are actually messing with it and putting our money where our mouth is, and some people aren't. And that's what makes us different. But then again, that's why some of us have hundreds of thousands of coins or millions and lots of money, coming back on them, and some people aren't, and that's the only thing. But at the end of the day, you can start with $50. You can start with $100. You can start with whatever you want. And I tell you this because there is such great opportunities like right now, CoinMD, the company that we have, I want to show you that too, because obviously you can pass on a great opportunity. And CoinMD, the company that we're doing, this is the deal with Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin 8 years ago, $1,000 would have been 54 million right now. But going back to what I was saying, just getting a good opportunity. There are some companies like CoinMD that are not public yet. We're going to be public in March. And when you look at this and you look at the opportunity with talking about usability, we are going to cover the healthcare industry in the world, where you could have access to providers, to medical to doctors, to holistic doctors, to natural doctors, to massage therapists, to natural products, to weight loss products, to anything you want, and pay with cryptocurrency. And what a better cryptocurrency than CoinMD, that has the potential to go up in value. And obviously right now, not even being public, there is a great opportunity, just like the ones I showed you, to buy before it goes public, and the case is to make your healthcare portable, private, and profitable, to reduce your out-of-pocket healthcare cost to zero. Just imagine not having to pay monthly deals, and just pay whenever you really need to go to the doctor. And in the meantime, your money is accruing value, because it's in a wallet, and in a community moving it and spending it and using it and gaining value. So that's the usability, where members can spend their CoinMD, their members can use it, can trade it for other coins, can liquidate it, providers the same way. So it's just a great opportunity. And I just wanted to show you, because I figure if you're looking to get into a low price coin that has a great potential and great usability, well, check it out, and with this, with the platform that we already have all the technology ready, everything pretty much ready to go. We're going to have our own exchange, just like I was showing you the exchange for Polynex and for livecoin.net and all of that. We're going to have our own exchange as well, to trade our own coins and to trade Bitcoin and Litecoin and Ethereum and all the big ones all together. So you will be able to trade and make money on that too. So pretty much, and we have our own blockchain and our own wallet as well. So the best thing is that you can get as little as 25,000 coins, or as much as 600,000 coins, depending on what kind of how much of spend you can do. But the fact that if this coin can even just go up to 5 cents or 10 cents, same thing what I was telling you, what I did with this that I've been buying. I've been kind of practicing for this, because obviously we got tons of coins for CoinMD that we're expecting to go up. That is just amazing. But I just wanted to show you this, because there's a great opportunity to get into, like DentaCoin that I showed you for the dentist. Just imagine CoinMD for everything else, not only for dental, but for eyes, for ears, for knees, for hips, for blood work, for all kinds of stuff. And you can pay with your cryptocurrency, whether it's Bitcoin or CoinMD. But I tell you what you can buy one Bitcoin, you can buy a lot of CoinMD. So, and that goes the same for DCN and XP and XLM and Buzz and Linda Coin and all of those that I showed you. And I got a bunch more that I love to maybe in another session I can show you and share with you what is it that we're doing and how are we doing. Because I want to do one of these at least once a week and just keep you updated. And whoever wants to come on and share their story or a little bit of that, I think is just necessary for people to show their success and how they're doing it. So tonight, real quick, before we leave, I want to bring Mr. JJ Jagielka, if he's with us, because I know he's here somewhere. If he can hear me, I'm going to unmute him and see if he can tell us how he's doing, because I know, once again, like I said, he just started this last week. And he said, I'm only going to use a few $100 and see how it goes. And I want to see if he can give us an update on how he's doing. Good, okay, not that good. So, Mr. JJ Jagielka, can you hear me, brother?
Sí, señor, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. How are you?
Doing fantastic.
What'd you think of all this stuff?
Oh,
I showed you a couple of things, but what do you think about all this that I was showing?
Oh, I love it. I was taking notes here. I don't know if you saw, but I got out my pad and paper and I was taking notes, and I just love it. I didn't even know about this, and yeah, so I was so excited. I took while you were getting everything ready, I took a few minutes to kind of look at my portfolio, because the last couple of days, this week you helped me to invest in a couple things. I looked at Dentacoin and XP and a couple of those that you just shared with everyone, and I went ahead and bought. That in the last few days, with the news with South Korea, a lot of things were dropping, right? So you kind of look on the list and everything's in the red, which I was getting excited about. It's like, okay, I'm ready to buy. I've got money in the bank. I'm finally ready to do something. It's like, this is a perfect time. And so I bought a few days ago, and it was nice to see today. I woke up and I saw everything go from red to green. It's like, yes, that's what I'm talking about, baby. And so I came up here, and I'm in my room. I got on this webcast with you right now, and I happened to just like look at my portfolio to see what it is doing. And I had to call my wife to come up and see it, because I was so excited that every single one's in the green, and they're up 25%, up 30%, up something. So yeah, I'm several $100s up just like in a couple days. So I'm super excited. And
That's
I'm going to buy
awesome.
Bitcoin.
That's
So yeah,
awesome. That's awesome.
this is getting fun quick.
Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing, brother. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, it's not that we're promising you something. It's just we're saying, if you can, and you're able to put $100, a couple $100, just play with it and get the idea. But once again, if it's just because you want to learn, it's great. But if you want to make some money, it's just awesome. I'm telling you, one of the things my son and I were talking about is, how long will it take to get to 1 million, starting with just a few $1,000? And now, like I said, I'm almost to 40,000, and I haven't even messed with it. I mean, I just started a couple months ago to kind of with this new portfolio, and just doing that, I'm thinking, we might be there in 6 months or so. If we can push it right, we can push it and really focus. And he's doing the same thing. He's only 18, and he said, Dad, you think I can do that? And I said, hey, I wouldn't be afraid to say, make a blog out of it and share with people how you started with a couple thousand and where you're at and what you're doing, and you'll be surprised. I said, you can help some people learn it as well. So it's exciting, and I know that many of you have been doing the same thing. Others have been watching. Stop watching if you can. Get involved, because yes, the coins that we have already are great. However, in the meantime, if you can make a little more, why not, right? I'm going to invite somebody else real quick just to give us a little on how he's doing and what he's looking. And I think I see Mr. Nick here with us. Mr. Nick Rowdy. Can you hear me, buddy? Nick? Hello, Nick. Earth to Nick. Well, maybe not. I thought he was paying attention, or he might be buying something now. But Nick is somebody else that has been also dealing with it and buying stuff, and he's excited too, because he's already up like I don't know how much, but he says, man, I can't believe how these little things go from less than a penny to a few pennies, and then you're making a lot of money. And I'm like, I know, I can't believe it either. So yeah, Miriam.
Hi. Oh,
Hi.
okay. Will we be able to do this? I mean, this is all foreign to me, but I'd like to learn. Will we be able to do this on our own exchange, CoinMD exchange?
Yep.
Next month?
Next
are
March.
we opening?
In March. So when we open our own exchange, we're going to be able to do the same thing. And
I'll stay home and do it.
And
That's CoinMD is home. I'm not going somewhere else. Thank you.
I know. My pleasure. Good to see you. Oh, okay. Good. Nick cannot talk, but things are going great for him, he said. So he just posted it there. Thank you for sharing that, buddy. Sounds good. Well, anybody else has a story, a question, a comment before we go? Anybody that's here? raise your hand, or you can on. Yes, Mr. Michael Chisman. Go ahead, buddy.
Thank you so much, Ricardo, for this evening. I appreciate it.
Pleasure.
I was thinking earlier today that the scripture says, in all of your getting, get wisdom. And that's my passion, is I love to learn. We talked earlier about doing paper trading. How do I do that?
On paper trading?
Yes, how do I do that?
So it's kind of like playing that, like you're investing, like you're buying, but just write it down, the time and the day, and then you look at it and you say, man, I would have made money. Man, I would have lost money. Man, I would have made money. And then after you learn, I show you the charts. And let me show you that real quick. I forgot to show you that real quick, just to give you an idea before we leave, because for those that we're gonna have a presentation on details of CoinMD here at 9. So here in about 20 minutes. And for those that you don't know, we will. So if you want to join us, you're more than welcome. We'd love to show you how all the plans and the vision of what we're doing. I think you really enjoy it. So let me show you real quick, guys. Let's click on anything right here. See what kind of graphic we get. So you see this graphic here, guys? All of you guys see it? Yes? Can you see it? So check this out. This right here, as it comes down, this is called the floor. And as it goes up, this is called the ceiling. So once it looks for a pattern of, like you see when it came down right here, that's the floor, ceiling, floor, ceiling, floor, ceiling, floor, ceiling, floor. More than likely from here, it is very rare for it to drop all the way down. More than likely from here, it's gonna climb back up to a higher ceiling, a higher floor, a higher ceiling, a higher floor. So when you look at these, and then you can go back to, in this case, let's see if I can, let's look for Ripple. So you look at this Ripple, and we're gonna look at 1 month. Click 1 month right here. You see what I'm talking about, where it's kind of up and down, up and down, up and down, floor, ceiling, floor, but then it kind of raises, and then it goes the same thing. Well, it's about to take off again, because once it gets to high numbers right here and it drops again, then it starts creating longer strikes, but at the same time, it's going to start going up. And the next time it goes up, it's going to be higher than where it was. So that's what we got to look for, not something too crazy, up or down, but just that pattern. So once you look at the graphs, guys, and once you look at the pricing, and once you look at what is good for, because obviously the company, the leadership, the market cap, and how much is going every 24 hours in, then you start learning, okay, yeah, that's what I want to do. I'm gonna put $100 into it. But after you do the paper trading for a few days and you feel comfortable, then do it. Honestly, guys, I didn't wait for the paper trading. I just went and jumped right in, and I'm just learning to get it all and put it in a wallet off my desk and all that, because once I told a couple of people that I had almost $40,000 in there, they go, what are you doing? Pull it all out, put it in a wallet and this and that. And I'm like, all right, I'll do that, but I don't know, call it beginner's luck or rookie luck or whatever, but I'm shooting for $1 million, baby. And it's coming. So just wanted to to share that. That's right, Kenneth. That's right. So anybody else that might have a comment or a question, just raise your hand and I'll unmute you. Or unless you're done, Michael, let me know, buddy.
I do have one more question. We talk about wallets. Are you talking about an outside wallet?
Well, I'm looking at a couple of them where it's a wallet that you download everything onto it and save it in your storage,
right?
Or an online or a computer wallet too. So I'm debating. I'm gonna look into it and make a wise decision, obviously. But but I'll let you guys know probably next week or something when we get together again.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Scott, I see you. How are you, Scott? I see you. So this is recorded, guys, by the way. So once I download it and everything, I'll share it with all of you that I message on Facebook and they commented on that post. I'll send it to you just so you have it, just in case,
Okay.
or somebody else wants to use it. You can share it because once again, I'm not an expert or an advisor or nothing like that. I'm just sharing what is happening, and I hope you guys can learn a little bit of something from there. So, Mr. Gustavo Saldivar, how are you? So, okay. Well, let me stop recording. 1 second.